shit. You gotta take it that serious, and it's going to show. It's going to show with your pen.
Nah, that's fire. And that shows niggas be on the right track and not even knowing it, cause that's the same thing I used to do, Banks. I started writing on a roof on First Street. It's a roof you can see the
Right.
city on. I would go back to that roof. Every time I have a battle or every time I be writing or something, I go on that roof, smoke a blunt.
But you know what? Sometimes too, I like to change location too, because it's like if you for a different result, I might want to go darker. I might need to be in a worse situation. I might
Yeah.
need to be,
I'm
yeah,
saying
just
mentally.
oh yeah, yeah,
I'm
just go
saying
back. Yeah,
it
yeah,
don't matter where I'm at. The further I get away from it, it just reminds me. You think
I
about
see
home
it.
more when you get
yeah.
away from it. If you're amongst the shit, you don't think about. That's like when niggas be like, "Yo, it's crazy in a specific neighborhood." You don't feel that way when you there.
Mm-hmm.
You wake up to that shit every day. That's
Mm-hmm.
normal.
I actually
But
feel safer because you don't know these niggas
you
like
see
that.
what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
to
for
get
sure.
back into that zone, I don't know what it's going to take. I don't, I know a lot of the and Verb. I heard you say this a lot. A lot of it is predicated off of competition and being competitive. So business ventures, people doing a lot of different shit and just don't. It's just missing the 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 competitiveness and just talking shit and create. This shit is like boxing. Like a lot of these
Mm-hmm.
fights have to be created.
Mm-hmm.
They
Well,
got to
you
be
got
created.
and this what I think I think sometimes the stories just go in line for us to do it anyway. You know what I'm saying? But we do gotta sell the fight beforehand because when we talking shit, that's when the competitive gene come on. Cause it's
Yeah.
like, hey, you telling me I ain't what? Okay, watch this. Without that, it's like that's why y'all don't be shit because y'all too friendly. You know what I'm saying? That's why I talk shit to all y'all because it's like I
I'm
have
gonna
to
fuck
turn
you
that
up,
shit
bro.
on.
I ain't
Yeah,
gonna lie.
nah,
I'm
nah,
gonna fuck you all the
nah,
way up,
That was
nah,
that
bro.
was a
nah,
hell of a time, man.
Respectfully.
It was a hell of
nah.
a time, man.
I,
Motherfuckers don't know what they up against. It's the same thing with the mainstream shit. You know what I mean? When we came in, it was gladiator school. It was a hell of a time. But you
Uh,
gotta find, whether it's going back. I still watch certain battles every year. You know what I'm
give
saying?
give me give me five of the ones that you like. Well, just five battles that you enjoy, or what MCs do you see have that competitive in them that you see like whether they good or not, they just got to be like competitive. Who do you see it on? Like this
I
one will
watch I
fight.
watch it's way more than five, but just like to name a few. Well, most recently, like I said, I like the performance your last one against homie.
Me and Ill Will came out yesterday.
I didn't catch that yet. I got
You
the.
might want to go check that out.
I'm gonna check that link. But yeah, you and what's the one I just said?
Hey Ward, pizza.
Right, that was crazy. Definitely Surf and Big T.
Yeah, that's one of them ones too.
I
See, like
go
we
back.
going rappers, man. Come on, yeah, keep
Nah, I
going,
mean
man.
it is what I'm just giving. I'm
Yeah,
saying
come
it because
on, talk to
it's
these
Lead
niggas.
the
it.
way.
Shit, Surf and Hitman.
Now, come on, man. Let's what we talking
Fucking I'm
original.
who we got? T Rex. T Rex and Ice Pack.
Hey, look, originals.
Bro,
Hip I
I tell you, you seen Eunice?
Oh my
Nah,
god,
I
man,
haven't.
what the fuck is you talking about,
Chill out,
dog?
Verb. God
don't do that.
Like,
damn.
Don't do that
god
to my
God
nigga,
damn,
bro.
damn.
Don't
man.
make
What
Jesus
him
the fuck is
Christ.
instate,
you
My
Doc.
talking
nigga,
about,
bro.
God
man?
damn it, man. Here
He
we
said,
go.
don't
Hey,
make
you
him
see how fast he
instate.
said?
Don't do
Bank
that
said,
to
"Oh
Eunice,
no,
bro.
man, the fuck is you?" He said,
Ho-
"No, man,
hold
nobody
on,
knows
hold
this
IVs.
on,
shit.
I'm
hold
not
on.
Don't do
I'm
that,
not
Hold
that
on,
man.
hip.
hold on.
I don't know
Leave
whether to
that
be
man
embarrassed
alone,
or
man."
But no, no,
Eunice
no,
is
no, no.
fire. Don't do that.
Ain't nothing to be embarrassed about. What I'm saying is, so for example, Banks, you respect Sirius Jones as an MC, right?
of course.
You got a nigga like Jones who vouched for this nigga, and he's a new nigga.
But we asked him the question. He said,
Eunice
No,
is
I
"No,
know.
that's
No,
fire.
it, man."
I'm not saying nothing wrong, but I'm just saying he hasn't
You don't
reached the
know.
surface
Yeah.
for
No, no,
me
no,
yet.
He didn't. He didn't.
and that's fine. What
He's
I'm
on the way
saying
up,
is, it just
pause.
might not be somebody he's seen yet. That's I'm just talking to Verb because Verb be trying to shit on my nigga.
No, I didn't. All I said, you said, "Do you know him?" No, we don't know him. I'm telling you that the real world
Yeah,
don't know.
I,
I'm
You
yeah.
saying
you
the
know him.
question.
He don't though, not
No,
yet.
listen what I'm saying. I'm saying the regular world is not going. They don't give a fuck, man.
He
But they
just got here
will.
This
though,
nigga
bro.
V's,
He
man.
just got
This
here. You gotta give him a
nigga.
chance, bro.
They
Okay, all
will.
right, okay, all right. So look, okay. Well, just don't say that because we got to get into people that he know. You see the
No, I
people
could
he
see. No, I
picking.
could see if he was. I could see if he was what we was talking about before. I could see if he was fucking up. You know what I'm saying? He's swamping out. not
Damn.
showing up at the right times. You know what I'm saying? That's different. He been showing up. It's
That
just
boy show up.
he got to get his plates up. That's all, because he
Okay,
knew what
but
what
how he
made
But he
gonna
him.
be
said no
seen?
though. He said no
Look,
though.
look, man. Let's no more talk about that. Let that man keep talking about who else he like. We ain't wasting our time on that shit. It's a
Nah,
no.
you just
All right,
said
come
he
on,
don't give a
man.
fuck about the new niggas when he just don't know some yet.
Nah,
That's
All right,
all.
okay, so
I
okay,
just
look.
don't have. He just ain't reached the surface for me yet.
That's it.
I
You
can just say
look. You gotta look. I ain't never walked up on Banks and said, "Here's my CD. My name is A Verb, nigga." The
But
fuck, you
niggas you
gotta
but
reach the
hey,
surface.
hey, hey, but niggas used to do that.
Yeah, but I'm saying I didn't. It reached the surface, nigga.
Niggas used to do that.
God
Hey,
damn.
it's 100 ways to skin a cat, ain't it?
If you like that, we gonna get it.
Verb is saying what he been saying, which is that it's a class that's above. You know what I mean? That niggas that deserve to be looked at in the light, on a different light. You know what I'm
Thank
A
you,
saying?
hundred
John.
percent, a
And
hundred
I
percent.
agree with that. But that don't mean that, you know what I'm saying? It's fire niggas that haven't yet ascended still. You know what I'm saying? That got the potential to. They just got to put the time and the work in. That's
And
all.
that's all I'm saying. The verb. That's
Man,
all I'm
niggas
saying.
ain't.
a travel team. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
Word,
saying? Like Dot
word.
Mob travel team. Like
Nigga said travel team. That's a
motherfuckers
perfect
be
way to say
showing
that
up.
shit.
Motherfuckers show up, but it just be you. You know what I mean? Like that's not how I came in the game. Like, not saying it can't be done, but you gotta have the support. You gotta have your home with you. You gotta have all of that shit matters, man.
Yeah,
You
nah,
just
y'all
showing
niggas
up
had y'all
as
city
a new
behind y'all for
artist,
real.
coming up on whatever card and just trying to convince niggas you the shit. But all of those things,
They
whether
go
it
into
be
play. Yeah, they
yeah,
do.
whether it be a hype man, if it's 10 motherfuckers wearing the same jacket, the same hat, or
Yeah.
whatever,
You know
you
what's
gotta
crazy,
Speak
market
Banks?
on
I
it.
yourself.
don't
Come
never
on,
have
man.
that shit, right? I don't never be having that. And like that's a prime example of why this shit, especially recently, it be like you gotta damn near fight for the position you already earned again. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
But
that's just
people
the way
used
the
to seeing you
culture is.
like that, Jones. So it don't really apply to you. Like, you came in the game that way.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
was a
you want no.
lone wolf. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Mm.
like nobody expects that. I'm saying, like, certain people, even if it's just one person in the background, like, motherfuckers don't even be having that.
It's strength in numbers, no matter what. It's always strength in numbers. Like if a
Yeah.
motherfucker see like how Capo do, niggas show up in 30 Bash Money hoodies, like you gonna notice the nigga. Like that's just how it
But
works.
it still got to be good too, though. I guess you can't
People
just be
buying the
looking.
movements. People buying the
That's a
movements.
fact.
And that's
Yeah,
why, like,
you
St.
got to
Louis
be
was a
both.
movement. Jersey
Yeah.
was a movement. Like it's movements in the culture. That's like, yeah, now we want to see who's next out of there. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
That's a
Yeah,
fact.
and then if people don't come from Carolina to come see you, Swamp, why the fuck would you ever be like me?
Oh
Sorry,
God, here we go, man.
fuck is you talking about?
Here we go.
Sorry.
Here we
This
go.
nigga
Here
I'm
we
so
go,
crazy.
man.
sorry, yeah.
Here we
I'm
go.
so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I ain't
I
going
can't.
front. Magic got like, he got about 3 battles I go to.
B
Man, you
Magic,
got to. Yeah, punch it
Conceded,
like
the
that.
calm.
show arrived.
Man,
Conceded, right? Thanks.
hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
He
that's a
got
lot
a
of St.
few.
Louis in your.
Charlie.
Yo,
That's a lot
Banks,
of St.
you
Louis in
gotta
your
see this
Tay
me
Rock
and
playlist.
Tay
battle. Tay
Rock
Rock and
battle,
Magic.
Banks. You heard? You gotta check this new me and Tay Rock, Banks.
Hold up, did I see that? Yeah,
Nah, it
I
just
gotta
happened.
check it. Yeah, I
It
gotta see
just
it.
happened.
Suge too,
Yeah,
man. Suge my nigga, man.
Shook stepped it up.
I gotta give it up to the people who just consistently made those moments, man. I get it. Times are different now, but motherfuckers made moments, man.
That's what I
yeah.
get.
It's,
That's
it's
what he
like it's
said.
like
This
Big
we.
shit is
T
about
too, man.
moments.
Big T made moments, man.
Yeah. And that's what this shit is about. It's about making your moments or making your. That's why you got to be rare when you get the lights on you, not be like what he was.
That's that's all something classic is for real. It's a moment in time.
Mhm.
And you be like, yo, you remember exactly where you was at the first time you seen
Yeah,
that shit,
music
etc.
marks time. I learned that early. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Word.
This June makes 20 years of my anniversary for my first album.
Man, salute,
Mm.
bro.
Hunger for more. Classic. Facts.
You know what
Salute,
Okay.
I'm
bro.
saying?
Hey, Banks, while you right here, let's ask you this question: when you first got your album done, how did it make you feel when you got Hunger for More done? When you had to turn it in, was you like jittery? Like was it like what? Like when you knew it was really on?
Nah, yo, to be honest, the mixtape, the mixtape movement, I got so comfortable with that. Like, I was I was in red form, man. Like I was, man. And then I was around. I had the formula. The blueprint was already laid as far as like, track listing and kind of like
Mm.
how to balance out, a classic
Girl
album.
record and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
if you think about it, like it was all there for me already. I recorded about 30% of that album out the country and about, yeah, I would say the other 70 like on the tour bus.
Mm.
So it was constant movement, but it didn't matter where I was at. My mind was it was just back in my neighborhood. Like that's
Mm.
where I was at, whether I was on a bunk writing, wherever, because in my mind, it was like you trying to like pack your whole life into 60 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. Mm.
Mm.
But once that album came out and it was received the way it was one thing, right? Because when you smoking, you can sell shit on a stick. You know what I mean?
Mm. Mm.
But
Word.
10
Yeah,
years
y'all was
down the
already
line,
out
when
of
you
there.
could perform them records, 15 years down the line, 20 years down the line, then you start understanding, because everything was moving so fast. And I say that like with a lot of the young artists, like they don't even live long enough to feel the love, right?
Mm.
So your first 20 concerts, it might be about 7 to 8 of them shits might end early because based off your demographic, I'm 20 years old. So my demographic is from fucking 12,
Teenagers.
13 to like
Yeah.
23, 24 at that time. So if you doing like shows, predominantly it's going to be, it's adolescents, young motherfuckers in there. People want to throw some shit, they want to go home and be like, yeah, we the ones that stopped that concert or, so it was just about
You
the
feel like
energy.
they more? It's the energy in the room, ain't it?
Yeah, it was just like, we here.
Energy.
Even if,
Yeah, it's the energy.
this shit is buzzing right now. This is where all the girls gonna be at. We here tonight. But what happens
I,
is 10 years later, right? 10 years
uh-huh.
later, when them niggas is 30 now, they got kids now and shit, you start seeing the daps turn to hugs and shit. Like niggas don't
Yeah.
even want to dap no more
Right.
because like case in point, like recently, I had a show in Jersey and it was this kid, man, and he was like circling around the venue and shit, man. I saw like he was just anxious, and he was just telling me like, what I meant to him and shit, and his upbringing, and I took a pictures with him, a couple videos and shit, and then maybe like I say about 2 weeks ago, he got killed. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
So
Rest in peace to
so
him. Yeah.
so
Off the law.
he ain't telling me that. He ain't telling me what a song or how a song impacted him. He's telling me how my journey, you know what I mean,
Mm.
impacted him. And
Mm.
then that's why a lot of people be like, yo, stick to this or stick to a punchline and shit like that. As you get older, you gotta kind of like add more into your legacy as far as leaving a message. You know what I'm saying?
As far as okay,
Say
now
that.
you. Hey, let me ask you this, Banks. Which one get the loudest reaction? Beamer Benz or Start It Up?
Started up.
Start It Up. Do it. What you think? So I'm
I
talking
killed
about
that
in the.
started up beat.
Hey,
That was
hold
my
on, hold on.
shit.
So Start It Up. Is the biggest, way bigger than Beamer Benz or what?
No, no,
What
no,
you?
no, 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 no. Well, a lot of that plays into how I respond to the record.
Right, right,
Or
right,
on
right.
fire.
Yeah, well, that does
Oh,
what
that's a tough one too.
that does what it does. It always does
I
what
got
it does.
fire over all them shits, my nigga. I ain't gonna hold
Start
you.
It Up,
Yeah, but
do
see,
Fire.
this
I
is
man.
the
got
Start
thing.
It
fire,
Up.
my nigga. I
But this
don't
this is
know.
the thing. This is the thing, right, Verb? Like
Uh,
that's a good fucking question, right?
I'm
Because
slick with this, John. I'm slick with this, man.
it's
Go ahead.
two completely different things. You gotta understand, like that's what I adjusted to be able to reach the masses. But at heart, the records that influenced me, they were, I don't want to say more organic, but radio was more receptive to I Got Five on it,
Mm,
to Shook Ones. You know what I
mm,
mean? Like it was no set formula of what was a hit record,
mm.
Right.
right? So when I look back at certain records, for me myself, they mean more to me than others because if I feel like I came in the right era, but at the same time, I feel like I could have been in the early '90s as well.
Mm.
For
right?
sure.
So like Shook Ones is like to me like the ultimate. That might be well for me it is. It's my number one rap record.
That might be one of the hardest singles ever. That's like
That's
not
what
even a
I'm saying.
single. Like,
That would never be a single today.
word.
No, not today. No.
Official Queensbridge murderers. Niggas talking about murdering niggas in the first 4 bars.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Grab you by your brain, stab your brain with your nose
Yeah.
bone. You can't say no shit like that.
And they
Stab your
was
Yeah.
brain
young,
with your
and
nose
You can't
bone.
say no shit.
The
these niggas
90s
was
was
They was
different,
18
nigga.
violent.
You
years
gotta
old,
stop
man.
me out here, B.
So
I'm
wait
trying
a
to
minute,
tell
is the
y'all.
drill era and that era the same? It's just two different types.
Nah,
The
nigga.
same.
No, no,
Nah,
no, no,
Nah,
no.
we
nigga.
not doing that, Verb. We not doing that.
Nah,
We not
It's the
doing
nigga.
that.
same
We not doing
violence.
It
that.
was
It's the
way
same
more
violence,
violent in the
bro.
90s, nigga.
It's the same violence. Off the jump, let's murder something. It's the
They just
same
scared to
violence.
fight now. It's different.
You're
Like
right. Yeah,
they
you're
was
right.
gonna fight and shoot back then. Now
Yeah,
niggas
for
just,
sure.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they definitely ain't throwing nobody's
And,
hands
and
around
the
like
and
that.
the real gangsters, correct me if I'm wrong, Banks. The real gangsters in the 90s really wasn't rappers. Like
No.
it was really niggas that was like, this is the rapper, these is the homies. Like it was
Mhm.
clear cut roles. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nowadays the niggas, the gangster, the rapper, the shooter, the a scammer, he all five in one. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Where back
Look,
then it
look,
was known. You come to a non-show or something, you already knew that all these Queensbridge niggas is crazy.
Mm.
Like
qualifications change.
that's just a part of the whole thing. Like your entourage meant something because they knew them niggas ain't rappers.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yo, Banks. How did it feel to get I think twice you were the mixtape champion, right?
Mhm.
R.I.P. Justo and all that. How did it feel to get that twice though?
Shit was crazy, man. You know, it's crazy you say that because I'm looking at that plaque right now.
Mm.
Good
Like
job.
that shit.
R.I.P. Justo though, my nigga, for real
That's
though.
a
Nigga,
fact. That's
two
a
in a
fact.
row. Nigga, two in a row. Nigga, that's a salute, nigga. You know what? Back then, mixtapes was so hard to be the man of.
What?
Everybody was out there tripping, man.
Yeah, I ain't. Yo, listen, man. I was in psycho mode at that time, man. Niggas could say whatever they want. I was the most feared at that time.
Ooh, okay,
Pop
here we
that shit,
go.
Banks.
Here we
That's a
go.
fact though.
Pop
So,
Come
that
so,
on,
so,
man.
shit.
That's
so
a
Oh
okay,
whole
04? Oh
fact.
okay.
04? Come on, my nigga.
So couldn't none of them niggas fuck with you in your
No,
head?
no,
Like,
no,
nah, none of
no,
y'all.
absolutely not. And the reason I say that
Let's
is
go,
because
Banks.
I didn't know what I was capable of yet.
Mm,
You gotta understand,
mm,
like I was so rugged, like victory and shit like that happened just by accident. You
mm,
know what I mean? Like that's just me going, going, going. But in hindsight, I knew how to make 50 bars feel like 32.
mm.
And
Real
it was
Speed
be
it
cat.
up.
We
right.
not even
So
gonna front.
and
You was
that's
easily the hottest nigga
necessary.
in G Unit, rapping
It's
wise. That's
necessary
easy.
even with like with battle rap, right? Because
Mm,
to me, I feel like cadence is the most important thing in battle rap, right? Because
mm.
nobody wants to be predictable and nobody wants to be duplicated. So I used to try to
Shit.
find a way to kind of like, okay, instead of doing a, 1, 2, 3, 4 setup punch, 1, 2, 3, 4 setup punch, I would do that, but then I would take about 6 to 8 bars where I would switch the flow up or, do a breakdown and some shit like that, and then come back to it and, to figure out a way to make a,
To
a 50
stand
bar
out with it.
freestyle. Right. Don't just feel like I'm just rapping a continuous sentence. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Mhm.
hey, Banks,
And
man.
three,
You
I hear you. I watch threes. So I be hearing you. Oh, why this and why that? And motherfuckers didn't want to that shit with me at that time, man.
Feel free to come on my show, Banks. I mean, I've only asked for 2 years. I've only asked for 2 years, Banks, for you to come on the
Damn,
show.
three.
Holla,
We
man.
get
Oh, that's Banks my
damn
nigga.
three.
Banks my nigga, though. Get the fuck, that's my nigga.
Hey, Banks, watch that nigga, man.
You gotta watch three,
Yeah,
boy.
watch that nigga, man.
With three
Officer
eyes.
three, Officer three. Yeah, watch that nigga. Yeah, dawg. But that mixtape era was the most dangerous time because you had to be skilled. It wasn't no plan. Like when niggas
What?
put you in, we wanted to hear what you had to say over these beats.
Pause.
Like man, like yeah, that's wild. But
We ain't
when
never
niggas
got that.
played your when niggas played your disc, they wanted to hear how skilled did he get over this tweet beat, or how did he get over this Rough Rider anthem? How did we want to hear him get on it? You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? And you didn't have long. You had a couple seconds to draw us in, and we was gone because there was too
Mm-hmm.
much material out there. You can go
Hmm.
anywhere and get the shit. Like, let me hear what dude on. So it's hard to dominate that time though. Who
You
you think
right.
was the Who you think that was the next closest to you?
Hmm.
I don't even think it's a fair question because I was outside of my. I wasn't. I was never in my demographic, age
Mm,
bracket wise,
mm.
Mhm.
right? And I could prove it. Like, what, like, who would y'all? What box would y'all put me in as far as other MCs like in that era?
Fab,
Fab.
Jewels.
I would just say
Uh,
Fab. That's the only name I thought just now.
I put them right next to each other.
Fab,
I always
Jada.
thought the difference though
But
between
that's what I'm saying. So everybody you name is older than me.
Yep.
Right.
yeah.
Nah,
Mm,
you was the
You
young
understand?
gunner back
So
then.
and the reason why I'm saying that is because like it's a big difference from a freshman in high school and a senior.
mm.
Mhm.
It's two different worlds. I'm
For sure.
entering from one world and you walking into a whole nother vulnerability. Like you got to figure out what the fuck is going on after school.
Mm,
It's a
And
big
see,
difference.
see, we didn't even know though, Banks. You feel me? We didn't realize, you know what I mean? Like you was the youngest and whatever. We just looking at it as one. When this is what I knew when y'all was out of here, and it was like once it was that, it was just that. I was downtown, and the Chinese ladies by by Wall Street outside the train had the mixtapes on the blanket, and they was yelling like as if they was selling waters or something, saying that they had 50 cent G unit, 50 cent,
Mhm.
50 cent. That's when I knew it was like, oh nah, these niggas is a commodity. They selling these niggas like this shit is, you know what I mean? Like this was like a regular product, like you selling shoes or some shit. Like let's go downtown, buy a bunch of G Unit mixtapes and put them on a blanket.
Facts.
So it's like
Banks.
once I knew it was that, it was like, oh nah, it's over. Like
Wasn't he 18 years old on Banks when he popped on the scene, right? 18, right?
Yeah, something
Yeah,
like
he was
that.
18 or some
Hmm.
shit.
Hmm. But I was never, I wasn't presented as my age, if that makes sense. So it's like, even to this day, like I see like collages, pick collages, it'd be like four boxes, and it'd be like, the usual
mm,
suspects, and a lot of
mm.
people came after, like with the mixtape market and the Justo Awards and shit, but I don't feel like I don't feel like we got pushed out that box. So that's why I could understand what Verb be saying. It doesn't. Of course, he gonna say it in his manner. That's his fucking personality. You know what I'm
There you
saying? But
go.
I'm feeling the same fucking way. Like I was supposed to then get pushed out that box. It was supposed to be another Banks to push me out the box. It was supposed to
Mm-hmm.
be another Kiss to push Kiss out the box, and another Fab to push him out the fucking box. But the truth
and it
is,
hasn't
it
been.
never happened.
It never happened.
Hold
So
up,
they
At,
Yeah.
at least, at
hold up,
least not, at
what
least
about
not from
Wayne?
those expectations.
What about Wayne?
Who?
Lil
Wayne.
Wayne.
Oh, Wayne. Oh no,
Wayne,
Yeah,
we
Wayne was
just
but
Wayne.
Wayne
Wayne
was
was
one
we
of
just
them
before.
never
though.
seen
Yeah,
him.
Yeah, Wayne was before.
Wayne is his own. Like, dang, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, we ain't
And
got
Wayne
another
came
Wayne yet.
before. Wayne
Yeah,
came before these niggas. Think about
yeah,
it.
yeah. Wayne ain't got it ain't been
Wayne
another
was since
Wayne.
96,
Man,
97.
Yeah,
That
Wayne
Wayne
he
popped
was
was
up
he
Wayne
was
was
two
spot
in the
on the
two
game
script.
so
two
He was
years
long.
spot on
after
He's a
Jake, man. On
chameleon.
some
he
That's
was
the
real
spot
shit.
on
shit.
Yeah,
the script and a
no,
blueprint back then, though. He ain't break into himself till Lloyd was cutting up in '04. Like,
Exactly, exactly. And then Go DJ, it was like, oh shit, wait, hold up, what the
yeah.
fuck?
Yeah, I'm a
My
go
first, my
DJ.
first, my first album
I thought it
dropped.
was them squad up tapes though.
My first album dropped the
that
No,
same
was
that's
day
true.
as
Word.
Wayne. Hunger for More dropped the same day
Carter,
as
Carter one.
Carter One.
Right.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
Couple of them
crazy.
yeah,
shits.
I ain't
yeah.
know
Like
that.
them type of rappers, Wayne Banks, them, ain't nobody gonna move them niggas. Ain't nobody gonna really move them. It's like you got to just come in and be your own version. But it is supposed to be another one with the auto tune niggas. It's always another one that come and knock him out the way.
Mm,
But that don't happen with real rappers though.
they don't.
No, it
Right.
don't happen with real rappers. Real rappers get checked
Cause that
forever.
go back to what we were saying, my nigga. Being you is your superpower, bro. Can't
Mm.
nobody be you
Hey, I
better
just
than
seen
you.
the Locks going on a fucking 30-year anniversary
Word,
tour.
son. That's fire.
That's
They about to
fire as
perform
fuck.
in Jersey. They about to
Not
perform in
coming to
Jersey this
Florida, but it's
weekend.
okay. Shit.
94.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think they said the tickets was like $600 or some shit for that
What?
shit.
For real, Jones?
That's what a
Damn.
nigga said. I don't know if he capping or not.
Yeah, so if you use your real ability, you can be somebody in the world. You ain't gonna be it being nobody else, man. And the more people we have just trying to emulate, it stops everything. That's why, like, but it actually make it easier because the real rappers keep getting paid. The real rappers we don't have no competition because they real rappers. It's like they're not.
MCs, man. MCs, man.
Yeah, like people that really care about what they write down,
That's a fact.
how it connects. Do it
He's going
make
somewhere with
sense?
this. He's going somewhere with this. I know.
No, I ain't, man. I ain't finna throw a shot at that peon. We talking about we got rappers up here, man. We ain't what the fuck. We ain't nah.
You
We ain't
think
talking about.
you? Hey, Verb.
Hmm?
You think a lot of that shit changed or shifted? Because like battle rappers aren't always MCs anymore. Like some of these niggas just battle rap. Like they
Give
ain't
me an
never did a
example.
song.
Give some examples.
Um, shit. If I want to go
Swamp,
far back,
swamp,
Heartless.
swamp.
I don't know. I done heard Swamp rap on songs,
No,
but
I'm saying
like it's
swamp though. Let's use swamp. Said
you ain't shit, nigga.
I?
Look, no, but like it's like
Niggas
some
a
of the
clown,
elements as
bro.
far as just like being MCs ain't the same as a nigga that just want to be a battle rapper. It just like it's just not the same. Them niggas can't like you'll find it oftentimes like just flow, cadence, wordplay, rhyme patterns, and different shit be void from their style because they not MCs. They just battle. It's the same thing like when you get a punchline rapper when all he do is punch. You know what I'm saying? But then you got motherfuckers that use Banks as an example, a nigga that could go crazy with the metaphors but still weave in and out of rhyme pockets and
Mhm.
and different shit like that. Like, cause that shit matter. But then you got the one nigga that's just set up punch, set up punch, set up punch. No life stories, no nothing or
Right.
whatever. So I
But
Right.
think
you know
that's
what's
what
ill?
separate the rappers from the MCs and shit.
Right.
This was ill, right? Like I remember at one point I had this conversation with Hollow, like with certain niggas back in the day. First of all, if you was an MC, if you was from Jersey, Philly, New York, anywhere even close to around here, maybe even other places, battling was just a part of what being a rapper meant. You had to have a battle. When there was another guy and another guy, they would make you battle. Record execs would do that.
Mhm.
Yo, y'all go at each other. Let's see who's the best. Like that was just the way to showcase your skills back then. You know what I'm saying? But now once niggas came up with this whole genre as a thing, once people saw niggas actually get on, actually get popping off being a battle rapper, you had people that now just wanted to be battle rappers. They not
Right.
even thinking about, doing a tour and having an album and shows and all that. They thinking about I'm gonna get booked on Summer Madness or
Yeah.
knowing or whatever. And that's what their goal is. So they're not even studying all that other shit. They're not even listening to or trying to develop their whole MC-ness as a whole. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not thinking of themselves in that light.
Do you think that's bad? Do you think that you lack somewhat as an MC if you don't do music? I don't think so. I
If
just
you
want to know
don't
what you think.
study the arts of this shit, yes, you will
How
fail.
could how could you be one of the best
You
at your
gotta
craft
study
if
the
you
arts.
don't even study?
Well, studying is one thing, but
Agree,
actually
Verb.
doing music is a whole nother thing. You know what I
No,
mean?
it's still you got to be able to do everything. You got to be able to understand. Hey, this is what the elements of hip hop is MCing though. That's one element of it. You got to be able to do
You
that.
got to
Not
navigate that shit on
yeah.
every
We got to be able
platform.
to close our eyes and hear you. We
Yeah.
got to be able to like when you go into that shit. I should be able to close my eyes and see what you're saying.
Like imagine if you go to the Roots picnic and they say we got a Verb in the building, and they're like, "Hey, come to the stage," and you come to the stage and they throw a beat on and say, "Get crazy," and you sit there looking stupid, talking about, "Nah, I can't rap on a beat."
Shit, you got your motherfucking mind.
Turn that
No,
bitch on and
I
let
just
it go,
battle y'all.
motherfucker.
I
Yeah,
just
it's
battle
not.
y'all. My bad. Like what?
They're gonna say, "No, you're a joke." That's not what that is. But
Facts.
yeah,
Facts.
you gotta know where you at. Like
you know,
like
you
like
know what's crazy? That's the biggest oxymoron I ever heard because I see like, mind you, I don't even be the one saying it. You know, Twitter go and people just start talking. But what the fuck did niggas think I wrote to?
You said what?
when
Like
you was
what?
writing your raps.
Yeah,
Nothing.
like what the
Nothing.
fuck, niggas? It wasn't even no fucking. I didn't have no
Nothing.
instrumentals, nigga. I
No
used to write
music.
raps to windshield wipers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like nigga, you
That's
ain't
a
even
bar
had
right there
no
in
beats
itself.
and
That's
shit.
what
Like
I'm saying. Like the
You
rap
had to
shit.
just write. You had to write.
Right. So what the fuck makes the nigga think I couldn't rap a cappella? This shit don't make no fucking sense. That's how I developed my flow was a cappella, nigga.
Fact. Niggas ain't have beats at first.
And when I did rap over a beat, I used to have to cut on the radio and rap over the nigga
Overlay
The
rapping.
raps.
song,
over the
Overlay
over
nigga
the
raps.
whole
rapping.
song.
Yes. over they whole. We'll freestyle over a whole song while they rapping in the background.
Cause niggas
That,
ain't even have
hey,
that's
but
why you
that's why we be
remember
locked in though. That's
remember
probably why we be locked in.
yo
You right.
Verb, did y'all have J Arms and all that shit out there?
Jay Owens, what is that? What would that be
Me-
called in St. Louis?
Remember the nigga? It was a nigga that started making
He was
instrumental
putting
All
out
the
like
beats.
30,
instrumental
40
tape niggas.
30,
instrumentals on
40
one tape. Yeah.
instrumental.
Oh, you talking about on the disc?
Yeah.
Talking about
Cause
on the
niggas
disc?
ain't even
Yeah,
Yeah,
have
on the
beats.
CDs. Yep.
yep,
Niggas
yep,
ain't even have instrumentals
yep.
before. Like they
Yeah,
had
at the
niggas
flea
was
Talk your
making
markets.
shit,
millions.
Jones. Talk your shit,
Yeah,
Jones.
yeah, at the flea markets. Yep, we sure
Yep.
did.
Right.
And then when them beat tapes start coming out, you was buying them from niggas. Like soon as
Hell
the
yeah.
instrumental was motivational, you'll be in the
Word.
car riding and rapping. Like, oh, I can't wait to say this later.
I used to buy
Hmm.
a motherfucking single just so I could have the instrumental on that bitch. I
Man,
already
come
got the
on,
album, nigga.
come on. And now these little dork nerd rappers, they can just type it in and here it comes.
But just when we talking about that, right? Imagine the passion that you have as a young nigga that's like you so excited about rap, you buying a fucking single just so you could be able to rap over something,
Mm,
versus a nigga that's just like, all right, yeah, well, shit, if I get booked, I'm gonna get, you ain't even you don't love rapping for real.
mm.
Like, how you gonna beat the guy that loves this shit?
You never will.
Not the ones that got skill.
No, it
Yeah.
don't. It don't matter how good of a battle rap you is. If we come from the arts, it's gonna be tough if we
You
want
ain't
to play.
put as many reps up, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
You
You
gotta
know
get
what
them
I think? You
reps
know
up.
what I think changed along the way too. Like when I was watching that television and shit, and I would see Big or Rakim or whoever, Nas, whoever it was. I never felt like I could do what they do. Like when I was, being introduced to them, I was inspired. I was like, damn, what the fuck is this? But I never felt like, it's a certain type of respect, like on
Yeah.
some sensei
Facts.
shit. Like it's
Oh,
a
that shit
certain
ain't around here.
yeah, it's a
Facts.
certain level of fear. Like I know if I punch this nigga, it's not gonna hurt the way his punch is gonna hurt me. Right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happens is later down the line, I feel like a lot of the younger generation, they see shit and they don't look at it with that respect. They look at it like if he could do it, I could do it.
Yeah, that's the era we in, Banks.
Yeah.
Mm.
Right? If he could do it, I could do it. We
Is
come
that
from
a
the
gift
same
and a curse?
place.
Is that a gift and a curse though?
For who?
Definitely a curse.
I would say for both ends, because I'm sure like a lot of the veteran guys or the guys that been here for 20 plus years is like, damn, these niggas ain't got no respect. But on the flip side, it's also like, man, they confident. Like, is that it is it can't just be negative, right?
You can have respect and be confident.
Right. So I'm saying to what he said though, like when they look at a guy instead of
No,
saying
no, no,
like,
no, no. I think you misunderstand what I'm saying. I'm saying they're confident based off of the product that's being presented to them. They're not saying it like I didn't. I said I could do it because Nas did it because we both from. You feel me? We from
right.
similar backgrounds. I'm saying they're looking at that shit talent wise and saying if he could do it, I could do it because he's
Oh,
not doing
got you,
much.
got you.
Yo, Banks, right? Around that same time where y'all start, you know what I mean, taking over and all that, that was when I really started like battling for real, right? Like 2002, 2001, all that, right?
Right.
I remember somebody said this specific thing to me. This started to be a thing that niggas would say when the internet and all this shit came out. You run down, because we used to run down on niggas with the CDs in the book bag. If there's 20 niggas on this block, that's where we going. We going over here. Yo, what's up? Niggas rap, we got bars. Niggas would say shit like this. Nah, yo, my man rap. We would be like, what? So what that mean? So tell them to come down. Like they would use that as an excuse to really say, like, well, nah, we can't support your shit because I got my own shit. Once niggas started thinking like that, that shit really, that to me is what planted the seed that really fucked up where we at now. Once niggas said, well, I got a camera, I got an internet connection, I can do it too.
Yeah. It'll never be the same. Yo, three, you still there?
I'm at Cuzzo. What up?
What was the first beat that you could remember hearing? Not just hearing, but the first beat that made you say, "What the fuck was that?"
Run DMC, suck MCs.
Okay, mine was two. It was J. Rue the Damager, Come Clean.
Mm, mm, mm.
Right.
Primo,
So,
Primo, from here.
so imagine hearing that shit getting off the dollar van on the Coliseum.
Word.
Word,
What the fuck is those sounds? Right. It was
word.
that and fucking unbelievable Biggie.
Mm. Okay.
Now, if you sit and think about the unique sounds in each of those beats, it was like I used to bug my homie every fucking day because he had the single, back then A side, B
Ace
side,
beside
right,
instrumental.
from Hot Wax on the Avenue and shit. And I'm so green to this shit, I don't even know where to get this shit from. And I used to bug him every day, yo, I need that fucking tape. I need that tape. So what I'm saying is, we so far along from that time, you don't even hear music outside no more.
Facts.
I remember when fucking Life After Death came out. My son, God bless his dead, he still had the boom box. And he was walking around playing 10 Crack Commandments 100 fucking times straight.
Word.
You'll never see that again.
That was the box era, nigga. We had the Panasonic box, nigga, with the tape player, and you walked around
Maxwell
playing your
tapes,
shit
Maxwell
loud.
tapes, Jones, and TDK
Yeah.
tapes,
And
and Maxwell tapes.
hiphopisreal.
TDK.
You
TDK,
had to
my
put the
nigga.
little you had to put the little tissue in
Tissue,
that
tissue
shit and
Nigga,
joints.
record
that
over it.
Yeah,
To
what
tape
about
right.
over
that
it. Oh,
cheap one,
tape
that
it.
Memorex
Tape
boy
it. Tape
with
it.
the
Absolutely.
pink on
Memorex.
it?
Word.
Yeah, you had to
Memorex
tape
joint.
it. Yeah, you had to tape that in.
Panasonic.
That
I,
shit
Yeah,
be
I
man.
love
it
our
should
era,
be
my niggas. I love our era, man. I ain't gonna
yo,
hold you.
yo, three, the shit be written, man. You you
Right.
know you know what came out the year I was born?
What year you was born? Tell me the year. I'll tell you what came out. What year you was born? I'll tell you.
1982.
So we're talking Fat Boys? We're talking Houdini? Are we talking UTFO? Are we talking?
What was the biggest album in 1982?
Oh, it gotta be that's the Flash, I would think, right? Am
Lionel
I bugging?
Richie.
Thriller.
Thriller. Okay. Thriller. Okay, Michael Jackson. My bad.
You know what else came out in 1982?
Mm.
The CD.
The CD was created.
The
In
CD was
1982.
released in 1982.
Oh
82.
wow.
Wow.
You
I
know
And
did
it
what
not
else
ain't
know that.
came?
take off till the 90s? That's
You
crazy.
you know what else came out in 1982?
Mm.
What?
The Air Force One.
Mm.
Wow. See how I come around though? Wow.
Hey,
A
you
lot
had the
of
rap. Hey,
classic
hey,
shit was
hey, you
made
had
that
the
year.
rapper starter kit. You had the rapper starter kit. You. That's what it was. Air Force One, a CD, a tape.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
had
what I'm
the rapper
saying.
kit.
My
Yo.
first performance, first nigga I seen perform was